Hi guys, and welcome back to this video on question 7. This video we're going to have a look at C, D and E, these three sections here that I've just made an absolute mess of. There, I just finished colouring that in so it looks a bit better. And this is the information I'm bringing forward from the last video. So we worked out x to be 10 over 3, and there's the volume, it's written there, and we found the derivative as well. Okay, so C, we have to prove that this value of x here, this one here, gives a maximum value. Okay, so thinking about maximums, from this stationary point here, the gradient is going to be decreasing. So when we actually do this, we're looking for a negative number to prove that this is actually a maximum point, something less than 0. Okay, so to prove whether something is a maximum or minimum, two options. What I'm going to do is take the second derivative option. I think most of the time it's a bit quicker. Plus, it's not the nicest number, but obviously I'll take whole numbers either side. I'm just choosing this. I could go the other way. That's up to you. You might actually argue that it's harder because I've got to differentiate this now. So the second derivative I've got of this one, is 40. No, sorry, that's a constant. That's going to go. That's not going to be there at all. So it's going to be minus 2 pi. Minus 6 pi x. Now when x is 10 over 3, let's just pop this in. So d2y by dx squared, that's going to be equal to minus 2 pi, take away 6 pi lots of 10 over 3. I could probably, get rid of these pi's, because when it was equal to 0, I could just cancel those out, but I'm just going to leave them in. It's no big deal. So that's minus 2 pi and minus 60 pi over 3. So that's the same as minus 2 pi, take away 20 pi, which is minus 22 pi. Okay, so nearly done. So let's just move it down, gives a bit of room. So minus 22 pi is less than 0. That's what we're talking about here. So therefore it is a maximum. Okay, so let's find this maximum value of v. Okay, so we've now just got to pop this into our original for v, which is here. Okay, so let's change color again. So v equals 40 pi lots of x. So let's pop that in there. So we've got 10 over 3. So we're going from this one here, guys. So that minus pi lots of 10 over 3 squared minus pi lots of 10 over 3 cubed. Okay, so let's start to tidy this up. So it's going to be 400 pi over 3 minus 100 pi over 9 minus, what's that, 1,000? Yeah, it is. 1,000 pi over 27. Okay, so let's just tidy this up again. You could pick up your calculator now and get the answer a little bit quicker, possibly. Less risk of making an error. But if you make them all over 27, you do eventually get this 2,300 pi over 27. So that's the volume. Okay, E is a pretty nasty question at first. So determine the percentage of the sheet of metal. So we're going back to that 80 at the start. Is the lid when V is its maximum. So if we ignore the fact that it says maximum at the moment, the percentage of the sheet metal would be how much of the tin, how much of the lid did we use out of the 80 pi? But you have that expression. That expression you will have on your paper in front of you, hopefully, I'll just write it from the previous video. So we talked about the surface area, the metal in the lid, and we said that was pi x squared, so the area of the circle, plus that small curved surface area, which was this. But what it means by when it's the maximum, we're taking this value here again of x and pop it in here. So we're going to have pi lots of 10 over 3 squared plus 2 pi lots of 10 over 3. Just drop this down a tad. There you go. So that's going to be 100 pi over 9. That's right. 100 pi over 9 minus 20 pi over 3. Okay. So what you could do now here, what have I put minus? There's a plus there. If we times this by 3, we're going to get 60 pi over 9. So that's going to equal 160 pi over 9. And that's centimeters squared. So that's actually the amount of metal in the lid, but the total metal from the question is 80 pi. So what percentage? It's pretty simple. It's 160 pi over 9 out of. So normally that would be divide, but it's a fraction, okay? So with divide and fraction, we change that to a times, and we can actually reciprocate. So that's the same thing as 160 pi over 9 divided by 80. And you'll see here, very niftily, we can do some nice cancelling here. So 1 and 2, so that's equal to 2/9, which is 22.2 occurring percent. That's what it does want, doesn't it? So 22.2. It'd be better if this question said proportion, because then you can leave it as 2/9. It's just a nicer answer. Okay, that's pretty tough. That's a very tough question. So hopefully you've understood question 7. Can't get much harder than that, guys.